everyone, welcome back to the channel. It's good to have you back for yet another video. Today we shall just be going through our game week 7 plans, transfer plans, talk about captaincy, and see how the rest of the game week goes. I should still put a disclaimer that there's still midweek games going on, Champions League and other matches being played. Yesterday Arsenal and Man City did play. I think Arsenal won. We saw Havertz getting a goal. Man City performed well as well. Haaland did score as well. So these are matches that you still have to also keep in mind, and also you shouldn't rush to make your transfers because they could be affected by the midweek games. So that is something we should know. The other thing I should mention is that I did, like I mentioned last week, I did have a transfer. Actually, two free transfers. I did manage to bring in Buemo. I removed Eze, like I'd mentioned in my previous video. I was tired of the patience I think had run out for Eze. So Buemo has joined the team as well as Raul Jimenez. Palmer. Palmer is the number one talking point for very many of us. Very many people are bringing him in and trying to get him into his team. I'd advise he's indeed a very good pick. If you can find a way of getting him in your team with just one or two moves, I think he would be a very good addition to your team because, as we've noticed, he's after his 25-point haul, he's now the second most, like he has the second most points up to game week 6 after Haaland only. So if you can be able to get some of those premiums into your team, the better. Personally, I'm waiting because the fixtures, they play Nottingham Forest next and then they have a couple of difficult fixtures after. So I'll be waiting on him as I'm monitoring. And secondly, if I was to bring him in, I can't bring him in with only one move unless if I was to remove like a Salah or a Haaland himself, because I tried to, for example, make the transfers by removing Saka, who I do not want to remove actually because of the good fixture that he has next. And you end up realizing you have to either take a -4 or a -8 hit, which I'm not ready to go for. So look at your team and then try to also assess, also look at his fixtures that are coming up and see if it's someone that you need to bring in or is someone that you can easily switch in for any other person. So Palmer is one of those people that need to be, that most of you are looking at. Then the other people that I'm personally looking at as well is Solanke and Watkins. We're still observing the situation of Son. There is no clear information on when he's going to be back or what the extent of his injuries. So, but if he's out, then obviously Solanke will be on penalties and other set pieces. So he's looking like a very good pick. And for those that, for example, will be wild carding this week, those are some of the picks I would mention. Someone like Watkins, someone like Solanke, someone like Palmer. So you see if you can be able to bring them in going forward in your team. So Solanke and Watkins are really looking good, but like I've mentioned, I've already made use of my two free transfers. So anyone that I would bring in at this point would be for a hit, which I'm trying to really avoid. But for any of you that have not yet made any transfers or that are looking forward to who you are the potential buys, I think Solanke and Watkins are looking very good. Next would be the captaincy. We have only I've picked out like three people that I feel like are standouts for this game week. That is Haaland, who's a no-brainer. He goes home, sorry, to Fulham. Saka is playing very well as well, and he's going to actually he scored yesterday as well in the Champions League. He'll be playing Southampton as well. And lastly, Palmer will be playing Nottingham Forest. I believe Nottingham Forest to have a much better defense, but as we saw against Brighton, anything can really happen. So those are the three picks. Currently, my captaincy is on Haaland, and I'm inclining towards doing a differential captain on Saka, but not yet decided. But currently, still on the robot himself. I think that is it for our video today. Like and subscribe. Thank you very much, and FPL responsibly.